Hola, hi. It's a beautiful day here with a little breeze, and when I went through the notes of my workshop, it became very clear that the consequences of hiding for everyone were feeling or being actually isolated. And someone said, which I think is a beautiful metaphor, it's like as if you were a tree in the forest, and if that tree fell and nobody would witness it or see it, and then the tree would be just gone. That is, if we don't manage to somehow find a way to show up. I think there's different reasons for isolating, and it can become very, very difficult when you, on top of that, are dealing with a health condition, chronic illness that kind of forces you to a certain extent to isolate, and can become very confusing towards in which areas in your life you actually still can show up in a way that it feels safe to you. But that's maybe the common denominator, I think you say, is this feeling that the hiding kind of feels safe, even though it leads to isolation, and the showing up often feels too unsafe to do. So it can be a really, really difficult conundrum. But at the same time, apart from being compassionate with ourselves, I think it's important to find a way where you can express yourself creatively, and where you do share it with someone else. And I personally think that the big advantage of social media is, especially for those who don't have so much energy, that you can kind of connect in a way. You can put up something on social media for like-minded people to see it, which is a first step out of the isolation, without maybe spending so much energy versus going out to a meeting in person where there's people painting, which might be, for some of you, that might be a step too far or too much, which doesn't mean that we shouldn't aspire to that. But as I've said many times before, it's about being slow, or what I call doing it the snail way. And I think becoming upset about ourselves for being in the situation of being isolated, whether that is partly caused by illness, or whether it's caused through past experiences and we don't feel safe with other people, or it's because we tend to be more introverted anyways, and we've just kind of gone too far in that space and don't know how to come out of it anymore. That if we get upset with ourselves and think we are not supposed to be there, that's not doing any kind of good, because we kind of bring ourselves in a way, we ramp ourselves even more up, and it might even become counterproductive in terms of doing the next step to go a little bit out of the isolation. So I would say, even though that sounds maybe weird, that one of the things is to actually accept where we are at, and at the same time finding a step that allows us to express ourselves and to show up so that other people can see us. And you know, you'd be surprised how many people are out there who are actually very, very similar to you and would love to connect and to share that, you know, being an artist, for example, while also feeling isolated. And if we can all bring those people together, then that's already much more connection. Which brings me, by the way, to the point that I'm thinking about offering a kind of like workshop or a meeting where you can come with your idea, or you have a poem or whatever it is, or a painting or an idea you want to share on social media, and you first want to have a safe space where you can share it with some encouragement. Then that's going to be available soon. I'm working on it. Here's to acceptance and a tiny step towards showing up so that you can connect with like-minded people and show your art as well. This is Anja Kersten. I work with hiding artists and creative entrepreneurs. Be good to yourself and have a good day. Bye-bye.